all sorts of things to make some fun stuff with. Got a jar, got this cutting board, a pumpkin, a towel. I don't know where to start first, but here's the story. We're going to do the same transfer for every one of these. So I think I'm actually going to start with the things that I can wash off a little easier with the chalk paste. So this is beautiful all by itself, right? Well, we're gonna make 3 different ways, and I've already made a couple so far. I think we'll start with this breadboard here because we're gonna do something extra to it. I am going to, oh, I forgot my tape. Hold on, I always forget something. Something. My apologies. I can never seem to have my act together. Okay, worst thing ever to just leave the space blank. It's like silence on radio. Okay, so I'm taking and I'm going to mark off, let's see, let's do about 2/3 of the way up. And I'm going to use this beautiful currant jam color in our new chalk paste, and I'm going to simply paint this on. It is a wonderful way to add some pizzazz to your project. And if you need a little water, you can put a little in a tray if you need to thin it down a little bit, which I think I'm just going to get my brush damp. And that will make it better. I'm doing a lot. Now I'm going to take it just across the edge here, so I'm not even going to do the sides. You could go all the way around and do the back side as well if you like, but I'm going to just take it off the edge here and get this painted in. All right. Now we're going to take and dry this with our drying tool. Set my paintbrush aside. Isn't this a beautiful color? So pretty. Just going to dry it really quickly. And that is all it takes. And with putting that tape across, now I have this perfect line. All right, put the lid on this one and get that out of the way. You may hear my husband is jump roping in the other room. If you hear an odd noise. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to really just use some of the designs at the bottom. We're not really using all of the transfer. This is a good way to show how you can just use bits and pieces and you can make things look unique, because obviously if you use it just like it is in the color everybody suggests, then it's going to look like other people's. But because you can mix up and change around how these look, it just makes a big difference. So I'm going to do this leaf in green. In this, let's see, what green is this? This is pesto. Okay, let's do Ooh, this is dry, dry, dry. This is one of our older pastes. Our new ones hardly ever dry up, but I still have some of the old, and you need to spray water in it and stir it around. So that's what I'm doing here. Get this reconstituted back. And this was a solid, but by spraying water and having a little patience, I can get it creamy again. But like I said, our new paste does not do this at all. That's why we reformulated it, so that it would go on creamy and dreamy and not dry out so quickly. Okay, I'll do a better job of getting this more mixed up, but I think this is good enough for me to use. All right. So let's do this little branch in this color. And then how about some orange for this one? And I'm just scraping on. And how about a little bit of brown for this guy here? And then we're going to use Dune for all the little white dots. And we'll do brown on this little leaf up here. All right, then I'm going to get my multi-tool here, because that lets me get into small areas. And we're going to do all the little dots and the little flower over here. So this is the September Club transfer, Hello Autumn, and we're just putting some pretty stuff there on the bottom. Let that dry. Now, I'm going to see how I want to do the top part of this. I think I want to just leave it like that, but let's do something fun that I can show you a trick to. Okay, so we're going to put a line right there, and then I'm just going to put a little tiny line across here, and then we're going to paint that in. And so we'll have a little design, and then I might even do a handle in this as well. And so pull that up. Here we go. Might put one in between there. That seems like a lot of space. So let's do another one. Okay, so we'll do it like halfway in there. So maybe right about there. And I'm going to reuse my tape. And right about there, we'll give ourselves another little stripe. So I wanted to show you that you can do one transfer in a whole bunch of different ways. And this is the September Club Couture transfer. And let's go ahead and do the top. And I think I'll probably eventually go around and do the back side, but for sake of time and painting is not the most fun to watch, I'll get that done and then post a picture. I want to get a nice straight line though, so I'm going to put some tape down there. All right, so we have this really cute little cutting board. And once that dries, I'm going to put some ribbon around it and put some extra stuff on there. But we're going to set that aside for a minute, and we're going to do project number 2. Now, even though I'm doing this on glass, I'm still going to use chalk paste, because then that way I can make this something different later on. So we're going to just use the word autumn, and that's about where I want it. Okay. And the great thing about these transfers is you can put them on a rounded object because they have flexibility to them. You just want to pay attention, make sure you get all the places that you're going to be chalking the area around it nice and smooth. And my T is going to come up off a little bit. I think I'll use this same really pretty cranberry. And you know what? I'm going to use the brush again too, just because then I can dab it. You could use your squeegee, but since I'm on a rounded surface here, I think I'm going to try using the brush. All right, and we got to get the T up here. And around this way. Okay, let's see what we have. Hold the bottom of the jar here. Oh, cute, cute, cute. Okay, can't see it the best. Show the different cameras here. Let me show you here. So we've got that there. Now what I think would be really cute would be to fill this up with some candy corn or something, and then stick I should keep it here so you can see, and then stick a little thing in there. So again, I'll show photos. I didn't bring my candy corn over, but another way you can use this transfer. So there is 2. Actually, we're doing 4. 4 today. Holy schmoly. Okay, I'm feeling like I need to clean this off, so I've got a wet microfiber towel, and I'm going to just spray this with water. And I've got another microfiber towel that I'm going to wipe that chalk paste off. Now you can see that the chalk paste sometimes stains the transfer, but it does not affect the use of the transfer at all. So you don't even have to worry about that. Okay, we'll get this side wiped down. And then I'm going to take my heat tool to it to just make sure it's all dry. You always want your surface dry and your transfer dry. So I'm just going to take the heat tool over there. Okay. Now I've got a pumpkin. And I've got a lot of stuff here on the table that I just got on the back of my pumpkin. So let me wipe my surface off here. All right. So I have one of our cut out pumpkins here. And I'm going to do Hello Autumn on it. So I'm just using the words this time. And we're going to do an ombre effect. So we're going to do hello in orange and this cranberry color. So one from the top, one from the bottom, and then take your finger and blend together. All right, and then for autumn, let's do brown and green. So we're going to do brown at the bottom. And then we'll do green coming down from the top of the word. And I've got this T up here. We'll get all green. Scrape that good. Then I've got enough here to blend. So we're going to have an ombre word here of Hello Autumn. Looky there. So pretty. Let me get it camera so you can see here. Ta-da! Nice, cute, simple. We're going to let that dry, do some more to that in a minute. And we're going to wipe this off once again for our fourth project. So I haven't even been on 20 minutes and we're already working on project number 4. You can really crank out the projects with one transfer. And I've already done 2 or 3 before today. So that's what's amazing. In order to be a member of Club, I know some of you are, it's $19.99 a month. And with it, you get 3 chalk paste singles, and you get the transfer, which this is the one you'll get this month, and you get free shipping. Then when you order other things from Chalk Couture, you also get other perks that are really awesome. I'm going to get a little wipe out here to put all my squeegees on because we are done with the chalk paste. I'm going to put lids on. But you get $4.95 flat rate shipping for anything you order online. And pretty much every month there is some sort of promotion. And I always give my customers a discount. So it's a great opportunity to get some happy mail, get something besides just junk, and you also get lots of extra perks. All right, let me wipe this off again. And then we're going to do project number 4. So I have a ink mat here. Let me get this set. Okay, I have an ink mat and we're going to use ink now for reels because That way, this then can be machine washable. I'm going to just make sure my hands are somewhat clean so I don't wipe chalk paste on it. There we go. So the great thing about these mats is it keeps the ink from going through to the other side, but it also holds your t-shirt, your towel, whatever, in this nice, straight, beautiful, beautiful way. So now we are going to use the whole transfer on this towel. Got a hair in there. And I'm going to get it pressed down real well. And I've got all the similar color palette that we've been using, but in ink. And again, that means that you can machine wash. What I'll do is I have to heat set it. So I will use my Cricut machine, Cricut press, but I could use an iron, put parchment paper in between, and then just use iron or heat press and heat it up on both sides, and then it's good to go. Then it can be washed and nothing will happen to the design. Let me wipe my fingers again, getting into that brown ink that hadn't been opened. That's where if I have any trouble with ink, it's because I had some on my hands and it transferred to my project. So let me grab some new squeegees and figure out what we want to do. Let's see. Let's just start. It's kind of like coloring. You just start with whatever colors that strike your fancy. You could really stop and think it through and plan it out, but when I'm doing something like this, I just kind of move around and mix and match up. So this leaves kind of like that leaf. And then I try not to put like colors together so that you've got a nice array of your colors. Maybe do these guys over here in green. And you can blend the ink as well. Like on these here, if I put a dab of red in the center, that would blend in. You just have to take and blend it around a little bit more. But we'll play a little here with that. Then I think I will make these flowers, this burgundy color. This is just a cotton towel that I got offline. But you can ink t-shirts. This would make a cute t-shirt, Hello Autumn, or sweatshirt, I guess, maybe even. Be sure to say hello if you're on. Leave me a comment. And if you're interested in signing up for the monthly club subscription so you can get one of these great designs, then just put club in the comment. So I'm doing all the little flowers in this current jam color. Okay, let's switch out to some brown. And intentionally saving the words for last so that I can just kind of decide, what's going to look the best. All right. Do this one brown up here. So I imagine by the time I'm done putting all the accents on, ironing this, it might be 45 minutes, but under an hour to make 4 projects that could be great around your home. They could be wonderful gifts for someone. Just really is so fun. And all from one transfer that you got in the mail. Now, you would be able to chalk 3 different projects if they weren't huge, but you would need ink to do this. So that would be something that would be separate from your monthly subscription, but you could order you some ink and get that $4.95 flat rate shipping. Okay. I think I'll do this orange. Okay, I still haven't used the curry color. I think I'm going to do all the dots in that. Having this multi-tool that's kind of like holding a brush is really great, especially for getting into those small detail areas. So you can see that you can, with one transfer, you can also spend as much time on one as you want, or you could do this all in one color on a chalkboard and it would still be beautiful. Okay, I'm seeing this should be brown over here, and then I need to decide on my words. Okay, I think I'm going to do autumn in the current jam. So it's the same as with the chalk paste. You're just scraping that ink across, making sure it gets down into that screen onto the fabric. If you have any questions at all, maybe you have a question about our $19.99 starter kit that we just offered, or more questions about joining club, any question at all, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to chat, answer questions. Okay, I just am realizing I'm missing a leaf down here. Let's just do that in this color too. And then let's do hello in the orange, I think. Let's do that. Okay, guys. We've got this covered. Oops, I missed the T there. The rest of the T. I'm looking at all the details and then I miss the big picture. Okay, I do now have everything covered. All right, here's where I always go back and clean my hands, because of this is where I get ink on the project. Because holding those squeegees, I end up getting ink on my fingers. So it's always a good idea just to check your fingers. And here we go. Let's see what we have. Oh, super pretty. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That is really nice. I love it. Love it, love it. Okay. Let me show the different camera angles. So hold on. All right. There we go. Look how pretty that is. Now, like I said, I will heat set this and it will be dishwasher safe. So I'm going to go hang this on my oven door later today, and that will be super fun. So there's one project. Okay, here's project number 2. We did autumn on the vase here. Now I did it in chalk paste because I actually intentionally want to wipe this off. And I know it doesn't show up real good, but I think once I fill this with candy corn, it's going to show up great. So I'll take a picture of that. And then this is all dry now, so I can take, I've got some raffia here. And, ooh, actually I think I was going to wrap some of this around the handle. Give it that pop of color. And I'll probably tie something around the jar lid too. So stay tuned for pictures of that, either just somewhere down the road here, a little bit later today. And then we'll take and wrap some of this around. And this would also be really cute to have some little berries coming down. So I'll probably add a little bit, I'll add a little bit of berries right here too. So we'll get this all spiffed up. But that gives you just an idea. And then I'll do the same thing for the pumpkin. I'm going to wrap some stuff around it and just jazz it up a little bit. So thank you so much for watching, guys. 4 ways just right now that you can use the club transfer. All right, hold on here.